Hi, my name is Chris Smilas from SWAPHUNTER.com. In this video, I'm going to explain how to install the SWAPHUNTER Indicators package. Firstly, you want to get your MetaTrader 4 platform downloaded and installed from your selected brokerage. Open MetaTrader 4 and you will be faced and be looking at something very similar to what you can see here in the video. Next step would be to obviously get the SWAPHUNTER package downloaded from our site SWAPHUNTER.com and unzip that folder, and what you will be looking at is something very similar to this, or exactly like this. These are .ex4 files. These are the indicators, separate indicators that make up the SWAPHUNTER package. Okay. Next step, we need to get these indicators into the MT4 platform. Okay. Right. So now we go back into MT4, go to the File menu, click on Open Data Folder. Select MQL4, so you're in this directory. Indicators, that's the folder you want to focus on for now. Get yourself back into the unzipped folder of the SWAPHUNTER packages where all of the .ex4 files are. Select all of them, copy and paste into the indicators folder in MT4. So that is now done. We can minimize that. We can minimize that. What to do now, very important, close MT4, reopen MT4. Okay, so what we should be able to see now in the indicators submenu, if you expand it, there you go. SWAPHUNTER correlation, SWAPHUNTER correlation matrix pro, MAs, pro helper, pro level, profile, S2T2. Okay, so first things first, correlation matrix pro is where we want to start. So click on that, left click, drag, drop. No need to change anything, just click OK. That's what you're going to find, that's what you should be seeing right now. Next thing, SWAPHUNTER correlation, drag and drop, bottom left hand corner chart this time. No need to change anything, just click OK. You can see here, SWAPHUNTER correlation not connected to matrix. Now we have to connect it to the matrix, okay? So next step, pro helper, SWAPHUNTER pro helper, left click, drag, drop. We do have to change something in the inputs tab here. You've got about, common, inputs, colors, visualization. In the inputs tab, where it says helper for trading matrix pro, double click, okay? Opens a little sub menu. Correlation matrix pro chart 1. Select that. Okay. Same thing again, but we go to the bottom right hand chart, drag and drop. Again, helper 4 under the inputs tab, double click, sub menu, pro chart 2 this time. Right, there we go. Okay. So this is essentially the real basic way of using the SWAPHUNTER package. We do also have the pro level, profile and S2T2 indicators, which I'm going to go into in a little bit more detail in the next video. For now, what I would just like to get through and cover in this video is the most basic installation and functionality of the SWAPHUNTER. Okay, so you can see that I've just clicked in the correlation matrix pro. We've got a left group and a right group. On the left group, we have positively correlated asset pairs, okay, or currency pairs. The reason I say asset pairs is because you have currencies, commodities, stocks, indices, so on and so forth. These are positively correlated, okay, so you can see if one, you can see GBP USD here and GBP CHF in the top and in the bottom, both going up, which means they're positively correlated. Coming down, they're positively correlated. They're doing the same thing. So in order to hedge, you would need to buy and sell. Okay, that's the basic of it. On the right hand side, you've got inversely correlated asset groups. or asset pairs. So they're doing the opposite, the charts, essentially, depending on the strength of the correlation, which is identified by either a positive as close to 1. What I'll do here in the bottom left-hand corner for the SWAPHUNTER correlation window is the graphical representation. In the Matrix Pro, you literally see the number and a color-coordinated representation of the strength of the correlation. Dark green being the strongest, dark red being the strongest, positively and inversely, respectively, correlation or correlated asset pairs. So we'll start with the positively correlated asset pair, GBP USD, GBP CHF. They're both going up at the same time, they're both going down at the same time. So what you want to do is buy and sell, one or the other. With an inversely correlated asset pair, you want to sell and head, or buy and buy in order to be hedged. Now, just going into a little bit more sort of customization and how you can make it a little bit more your own. And let me show you how I like to use it personally. We don't need the navigator or the other windows right now. What I like to do is close them, maximize all of the charts. I like to drag the FTC correlation down, drag it over across to the right hand side in between the two charts, and do this. So I now have a graphical representation of the strength of the correlation, whether it be negative or positive. But I also want to see as many assets as I possibly can. The magical thing about the Correlation Matrix Pro, as you can see from the top, GBP USD, GBP CHF, GBP USD is on the top, GBP CHF is on the bottom. The strength of the correlation is 0.953, which means they're pretty much doing exactly the same thing as each other. Okay, what you have here on the far left-hand side column of the left-hand group is the swap long. Okay, so if you were to buy the GBP USD, that's how much you're going to get charged every night by your brokerage, minus 11.90 euros. If you're to sell or to short the GBP USD, they're going to pay you 2.75 or €2.75. Okay, and let's take it on the other side on the GBP CHF. If you're going to go long or buy the GBP CHF, it's going to be a 2.22 cents that the brokerage is paying you. If you're going to sell it, they're going to charge you 9.33. Now, I'll explain in a later video why and how swaps work and how the brokerages calculate whether or not to charge you a positive swap or a negative swap. But another magical thing about the SWAPHUNTER Correlation Matrix Pro is that we calculate the net swap differential. Okay, so we have the strength of the correlation, whether or not to go long or short to get a positive or negative swap, and likewise on the other side. And it works exactly the same way on the inversely correlated assets, but obviously on this side of the trade or of the market, you're not buying and selling, you're selling and selling, or buying and buying. Now, I'm going to leave it there. In the next video, I'm going to go into the indicator, the SWAPHUNTER Pro level, and also the profile S2T2. And we'll go into some more strategies, exactly how to use the SWAPHUNTER indicator, how to execute trades, where to get in, where to get out, how long to hold the trade, so on and so forth. So this is a very basic, just instructional video, just to show you how to get set up and how to get going. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next video.